What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Definitely glad to be back. Some days if I don't post, just know it's because I it's more my mental health. I'm gonna say that. I know a lot of people ask, and I've been a little bit inconsistent. And health, health does come first. With family when it comes to this social media stuff. So it's a lot going on, within myself and my mental health as well as Chris's mother. So definitely, if y'all can say prayers, that'll definitely help. It'll definitely help. But anyways, I definitely got some bangers dropping for y'all today with this video, and the next video is absolutely insane. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But you already know. Let's jump right into it, y'all.
Draft. We talked about this the other day.
Oh, yes.
So yesterday we talked about the surprising story of Shador Sanders, who many were questioning why he was falling in the NFL draft, and there are a lot of theories about it. It ended with the Cleveland Browns selecting him in the 5th round.
Yeah.
People were questioning if overconfidence was to blame. We talked about that yesterday. You said people are conflating arrogance with confidence.
They are.
And you said something that you've tried to teach your own children is that they belong in all spaces.
That's right.
Talk a little bit about that.
Look, I think that when you are a parent, you must, the world is going to tear your kid down. It just is. The world is a tough place. There are a lot of creeps out there.
Yeah.
There are a lot of nasty people. And if you can't be your own cheerleader, no one else is going to cheerlead for you. And so I've instilled in my children the notion that they should be their very best, that their average should be excellent, because I know that they're capable. And the most important thing is that they be, of course, kind and empathetic, but confident and self-assured.
Right.
And what I've seen in this world, especially I've seen it myself. I see the social media comments, the few that I look at. I don't look at them very often. Wow, she's so arrogant. And that just sort of feels like you should know your place. You should shut up and dribble. Stay in your lane, as opposed to, no, you're accomplished, you're smart, you're self-assured, and you're confident,
and I respect
and you
that.
belong in every single space. And I think what
I ain't even gonna lie, she is. I agree with whoever's been commenting saying that she ignorant. Me personally, I do, just for the simple fact of the things that she say on this show. So that's just how I feel about it. But
they were doing, for better or for worse, the NFL, is they were trying to humble this young man who is a leader, who was a Heisman Trophy in contention to win a Heisman, who was a Big 12,
she said young,
and you belong in every single space. And I think what they were doing, for better or for worse, the NFL, is they were trying to humble this young man who,
I'm just surprised he didn't say young black man,
is a
I can
leader,
feel it coming though.
who was a Heisman Trophy in contention to win a Heisman, who was a Big 12.
It doesn't, but that's the thing. I feel like that's what a lot of people are missing, the simple fact that a person can have all these things. You can have a lot of awards. You can have a lot of what you have done with yourself. But if you don't humble yourself, I'm telling y'all, bro, things will humble you. Things will humble you, and gotta make sure that he humbles you. I've dealt with a lot of stuff in my life to where I wasn't humble, and then I've been humbled, by God. And I've had stuff slow down for me, because I wasn't humble, or because I was doing stuff and saying stuff that I should have, that never should have left my mouth. So you have to watch what you say. You have to watch what you do. And I feel like she's using this excuse, based off of the things that he's accomplished in life. Don't get me wrong. Shador is a great player. I've said it before. Just like the other players that was drafted. It's a reason why they were being drafted. Anybody that was drafted in the NFL are good. You might hear from this person like, oh, that player sucks. And you mad at a sports team because, you feel like this player sucks or this. Man, they got drafted. They playing in the NBA. They playing in the NFL. They playing the WNBA. They playing tennis. They made it to that. So I'm not going to take that away. Now, it's another thing of it, though, when it comes to being arrogant about something. I asked my dad the same question. I said, how do you feel about Shador? Do you think he was being arrogant about it? No, my dad said he was being confident. And I feel like a lot of people are missing the point between confident and arrogance. You know, when I seen videos of Shador and how he was acting, what he was saying, even the video I've mentioned it before, and I can't play it on my channel because it was too much cussing. I don't like a lot of cussing on my channel, even though sometimes it take me there. He was talking to Cam Ward. If y'all don't know what Cam Ward is, I'm pretty sure Cam Ward was the number 1 pick. And that's another thing. Like, they trying to push this whole race issue, this, that, and the other, when it was multiple black guys that were in the first round. The number 1 draft pick was a black guy. So they can't go with that. You need to stop doing that anyways. Even if it was a white guy, Mexican, stop going with that. My thing is that, like I said, I watched a video of Shador and Cam Ward. And in that video, you can see just the arrogance that Shador has, you know. And it's one thing about being real confident in your answers, but it also, just again, you being arrogant with the answers that you're giving. So,
a player of the year.
They retired his number. Colorado,
they retired his number. I mean, this is not someone who lacks talent.
No, he's accomplished, and that
he's
was
accomplished.
Yeah.
And how I feel. How dare
and honestly,
you?
if y'all want to be real with y'all, if his dad wasn't the coach of Colorado, I can't speak so much with Travis Hunter because Travis Hunter is a really good player. I cannot take that away from him, bro. Travis Hunter is a really good player, and I haven't seen really much like it. Ain't even gonna lie, just how he plays, him playing both positions, and y'all probably have, but I haven't seen. Bro, I'm only 27 years old, bro. I'm let y'all know that right now. I'm literally only 27. So when I say that I haven't seen nothing like that before, I haven't, bro. So I cannot take the but for Shador, I feel as if his dad definitely did that. Just for the simple fact that, of course, that his dad, retiring his number, he did put up, great numbers and stuff like that. But I feel like if it was a different coach, that wouldn't have happened. Now for Travis, I can't really say that, him getting drafted. I'm pretty sure he got drafted. I don't know. I think it was second or something. I forgot. I don't know. But, his number getting retired. But as far as Shador, I don't know. I can't really say that. But I'm not taking it away from him. They got their jersey retired. He accomplished a lot. Yeah.
Colorado,
they retired his number. I mean, this is not someone who lacks talent.
No, he's accomplished, and that
he's
was
accomplished.
Yeah.
And how I feel. How dare you try to say, conflate his confidence, which is earned. And it's very hard in this country as a young black man to be able to stand tall like that.
There it is.
And he was able to do that.
There it is. I was waiting on it. I knew she was going to throw it in there.
Conflate his confidence, which is earned. And it's very hard in this country as a young black man to be able to stand tall like that.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. As long as you're doing what you need to do. And this goes to anybody that's watching you, black, white, young, I ain't gonna say old. You know what I mean? But y'all get the point. Regardless of whoever you are watching this video, bro, if you set your mind to anything, ladies, bro, you set your mind to anything, you do it. It's don't listen to, and this woman literally just said people call her ignorant. She don't think she is. That was something very ignorant to say. It was something very ignorant to say. First of all, she always got to throw race into it. She always throw this black. Like, come on with it, bro. It's very unnecessary just for the simple fact that, like, that's just like me. Let me throw myself in this. If I stand for something and I stand up for myself and I'm trying to do what I want to do in life, I push towards that. I keep my head up, and I stay focused on what I'm trying to achieve without being arrogant, being humble. Still had a confidence, definitely had a confidence, but to be humble. And I feel like her being who she is, being in this industry for so long, she should know that. But obviously she don't, because we're talking about Sunny Hostin. And I feel like it's absolutely a shame that she throws this black word around, like, regardless of like the color of your skin. It shouldn't it really shouldn't define. It shouldn't define really like who you are and like what you about. Like that's what I feel like a lot of people are missing, bro. It's like you don't have to always throw that race because I'm a black man or I'm a black woman. I did this, you know. I be seeing on TikTok like a black I love seeing when black, bro. Like you can't just be happy. Like just be happy for an individual. Be happy for an individual, bro. A human being, just be happy for them. Because they achieved something. You know, I had family members that walk to me. You black and you doing it, bro. Like, don't do that, bro. I can't stand that, bro. Like, leave that alone, bro. I'm not letting that. And don't get me wrong, bro. I'm thankful. God created me the way that I am, black, African American, black man. I'm thankful. You know, I'm blessed to who I am, what I am today. But I'm not about to let, you know, an individual always throw that word. Like, just because I'm a black man, that just makes it like, oh, yeah, you're a black man. So it must have been hard trying to come up and did. Bro, get off. I don't like that stuff. I'm cool off all that.
And he was able to do that. And they were trying, I think, to humiliate him. And there's no better example of that than the prank call that he got from an Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator's son.
Yeah.
So now that's everybody's fault that this man is a black man and he got pranked. That was insane.
It was horrible, and I can't begin to tell you how many, you know, sons of men that I've worked with that were incompetent, that were arrogant, that
So you think that right there just goes to show you that her character, because you worked with men that had sons that was arrogant, you want to compare that to Shador, whose dad was obviously somebody big and still somebody big, and him being who he is, and him being like, you cannot compare the two, bro. Like you can't compare those are different individuals at the end of the day. But that just goes to show you, like, her character. Her character is trash, bro.
Were unqualified, and they were only in those positions because of their fathers. And people didn't try to humble them at all. So I question why the NFL did what they did. And I question the reports that he didn't interview well. He probably interviewed with confidence. And I think you want a quarterback with confidence. I met Tom Brady on more than one occasion. He doesn't lack confidence.
No, he does not. I've met him too.
Okay, he doesn't lack confidence, yet he's not called arrogant. I see
because I've never seen Tom Brady say something that was insane, like that wasn't like insanely arrogant, bro. So that's another bad comparison. I've never seen nothing insanely. I've never seen a headline of Tom Brady as being very arrogant. What he said is being very arrogant. Come on with that, bro. At least back it up. Y'all know somebody who was arrogant that I absolutely love to this day. He's literally on my wall and been on my wall. My favorite basketball player, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, and y'all might not like Kobe. I love Kobe Bryant. But when I tell y'all, bro, Kobe Bryant was arrogant. He had confidence. He had all the above and was still raw. Kobe Bryant. Pause. But I'm telling y'all, a GOAT. They talking about Bron. Don't get me started on LeBron. I mean, come on, bro. Like if she gonna compare stuff and make stuff make sense, you gotta make it make sense. You know what I mean? You gotta make it make sense. Now I didn't see, like I said, and Kobe, he didn't even tell you yourself that, you know what I'm saying, the way that he's been and this, that, and the other. But at the same time, bro, within those things, he know true to himself. His fans know. Everybody knows how he is, and he's actually won something and did something. That's the difference. This kid ain't won shit. Ain't won nothing. Ain't won nothing. Ain't talk crazy like he's won something. So like when you have stuff like that, bro, and then you being arrogant on top of it, and you have nothing to back it up, Come on, bro. What you think the NFL? What you think everybody else gonna see? You can't, again, like I said, even if Tom Brady was arrogant, like I just mentioned, Kobe, anybody, they can back that stuff up. They can back that stuff up. They you know what I mean? Sonny is a joke, bro.
I'm getting fired up over it because I think there's this double standard that we're seeing. Now, one theory that I heard, which I wonder is true, that Deion Sanders implied that he would like to coach his son in the NFL. And so I wonder if some of the coaches felt that Deion Sanders
I think
maybe they felt threatened, and maybe they felt that Deion Sanders would interfere with the coachability of his son.
Or if you failed at coaching his son, then and you've invested in this talent, the natural thing to do is to replace you with Deion Sanders. I think there's something there.
So that I can live with. If that was part of the equation. I cannot live with people saying that he was too arrogant.
Well, you referenced Tom Brady, and he's an example of another time that potentially that the NFL,
because I look at it as
got it very wrong, and he was drafted later than this.
He sure was. And look at him now.
And I know that he took great pleasure in proving people wrong, and I'm sure if he's given the opportunity, Shador will too.
He absolutely. I'm going to predict
that
he will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns sooner rather than later.
But I feel like that's something that people aren't really getting, is that I'm not saying that Shador absolutely sucks. I'm not saying that Shador isn't going to be a starting quarterback. I'm not saying that he's not going to be good in the NFL. My thing is that, bro, if you being a rookie, you know, you really didn't make it, you know, within too far with it, you know, at Colorado and this, that, and the other, and having bad games, this, that, and the other. My thing is, regardless of let me put it this way. Travis Hunter is confident. Cam Ward is confident. I look at Dylan Gabriel is confident. I'm an Oregon fan, so I'm a shout out, you know, Dylan Gabriel. What's his name? Riley Leonard, confident. He got drafted to the Indianapolis Colts, Notre Dame. There's a lot of players that's confident, but it's one thing, you know, again, being arrogant. I have not seen any videos of any of those individuals being arrogant except Shador. And if any other player, regardless of your race, if you being arrogant, you're going to get called out on it. I mean, that's just what it is. You being a rookie, you're going to get called out on it. Especially if you haven't won nothing and you ain't did nothing with the season. Or you ain't did, like, come on. People I feel like people are not getting it. Like, of course you're not going to take that away. I don't want to take that away. He might be amazing. But at the same time, bro, you have to be humble regardless. You have to. I always look, and my family members come over, when we go out and people notice who I am, and they see, and they always say, my sister just showed me something. A little boy DM'd her. My sister like 17. I don't know how old the boy is, but I look at him as kids. And he like, I didn't know your brother was reckless. He's famous. I don't look at myself as famous, bro. First off, I don't look at myself as famous. When I go out and I see people and they always say that and they want to talk and they want to do, I don't look at myself as that. I think it's just one of those things of being humble, not talking down on somebody. You know, not acting like you just all that. You know, I feel like I'm one of the only YouTubers that actually take time out of my day to respond to as many. And y'all, I probably haven't responded to everybody. But I feel like I take time out of my day, literally, and I respond to y'all. I drop at 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. every day. And sometimes I'm asleep. I ain't even gonna lie. Most of the time I am. But I get up and I try to respond to a lot of comments. So I can engage with y'all a little bit more, because you never know how somebody's day. I just told y'all I go through mental health. When I say these videos help me and I see that y'all comment, bro, it helps so much, bro. Y'all understand. That stuff helps so much, because even I'm not a person that talk. I'm a person that, like, obviously keeps stuff, you know, within me and stuff. So when I talk to y'all help me a lot more than y'all think that y'all, you know. And I know a lot of y'all probably like, you don't keep it bottled in, you know, but one thing about it is that I have ways that, like, I try to, and y'all are definitely one of those, you know, ways. And I feel like when you think about stuff like how I am and what I've been through and like stuff like that, like, bro, like y'all are something too. Y'all are somebody too. So if you look, the next person you look at, you know, and you might look online and say, oh, this person famous, or this person is, bro, you just as famous as they are, bro. That's how I look. That's how I look at a lot of people, bro. Like when I be seeing people, y'all probably think I'm talking out of my neck. Like, I'm being so serious though. This is how I think. Like, I just feel like it's just one of those things. Like, you are who you are in your own way. You know, you might have a person that look at you and probably think that they don't like you, or you're ugly, or you're this, or you're that. But then you have another person that look at you and think you're just the most amazing person in the world. So like, I don't know. I always think about stuff like that because of like what I've been through and like how I've been and like just, you know, just little different stuff, bro. And I feel like it's just one of those things that we have to sit down and actually realize what's real, what's going on. And I feel like I just got off track of this video because I got so deep into it. But at the end of the day is that definitely be humble with yourself. Be humble with yourself. Don't always think that you're better than the next person, because one thing about it, God can take it all within a blink of an eye. So it's important for people to be confident and to be humble and not to be arrogant at all. But I definitely love y'all. I thank y'all for a lot. Stay tuned for the next video because it is definitely crazy and a banger. Catch y'all on the next one.